Well, everyone loves a good catch-up with friends, but not everyone loves the idea of a one-on-one with a complete stranger. Now, it's a scenario Sydney man Nick Bendell willingly put himself in as a self-confessed introvert. He decided to challenge himself by inviting 500 strangers to lunch.
Now, over 6 years, Nick extended invitations to athletes, artists, politicians, even priests. And in his new book, he shares the surprising life lessons that he learnt along the way. And Nick Bendell joins us now live. Great to see you, Nick.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's an amazing thing just to have lunch with 500 people that you don't know, but as an introvert. So what made you want to do this?
Well, I recently started a business and I was obsessed with making the business succeed, but I was also quite anxious because I'd never had a business before and I was wondering what I needed to do to succeed. And it occurred to me after a lot of reflection that if I kept doing the sort of things I would normally do, which was I like spending time at home on my own with a cup of tea and a good book, I thought that person would struggle to meet potential clients and make sales. And it occurred to me that I needed to put myself out there, which is a very scary thought. I needed to really improve my social skills. I needed to strengthen my mindset. I needed to build a great network. And I thought if I did all those things, I would be able to build a successful business. That was the motivation.
Wow.
So did it work? I mean, you're on a press tour now. You're sitting on the couch on national TV. It must have had some effect.
It did. It's funny, I'm still the same person, even though I've had lunch with hundreds of people. I'm still an introvert. I still like to be at home on my own, but now I like to be at home on my own and I'm comfortable meeting strangers and having conversations with people.
That's a nice balance.
It is. So yes, it did allow me to build a successful business, which I'm very grateful for.
The first lunch that you had was particularly special.
It was very special. This was in 2019. It's funny, all my best ideas, like these 500 lunches in my life, I've stolen them from other people. And there's a wonderful woman in Melbourne named Kaylee Chu. She had 100 lunches with strangers and she published a book in 2019 and I discovered the book. And I was so inspired that I contacted her. I said, I read your book, I loved it. I'm going to steal your idea. I'd love for you to be the first lunch. Would you pay me the honour of having lunch with me? She said yes. So I flew from Sydney to Melbourne, had lunch with her, flew back on the same day, and my life has never been the same since.
Who paid for the lunch?
Well, Kaylee Chu was very kind enough to pay for that particular lunch. Right. Normally, with the other 499 people I met, generally we would split the bill.
So
we might go out with him after this.
Yeah, we're free if you want it to be 502. You know.
I'm just going through this list here. You've got politicians, magicians, and even a hostage negotiator amongst your lunch guests there. What surprised you most about meeting all these different people?
Well, one thing that was really interesting, I not only met lots of people, but as you say, Dave, lots of different types of people. I discovered, even though we look very different from the outside, just how much we have in common once you get to know people. We all have the same insecurities, the same doubts. We all have this need for love and acceptance and validation. And we also all want to be understood. And once I realised that, it did make it a lot easier to empathise people and to get on with people, and lots of different types of people as well.
Did you tell them when you approached them that you were an introvert?
Oh, that's a good question. No, I didn't mention that, so I think a lot of them were surprised.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because you are open about your vulnerabilities and who you are, whether that played a part in making those lunches successful.
It's funny you should mention that, Mon, because to begin with, I wasn't nearly this open. The people I had lunch with, many of them would be incredibly open with me and would reveal such intimate details about their lives. And I would get home and I would feel guilty that they had given me so much and I'd given them so little. So little bit by little bit, I became more and more open. And by the end of the lunches, I would say I was far more emotionally open than I was at the start.
What an amazing journey and thing to learn about yourself that you have to share to get back.
Is there a follow-up book in it? 500 dinners, breakfasts, anything we can
500 banquets.
Banquets, you know.
500 banquets.
Yeah.
I like that. There is no follow-up book at this stage.
What a great idea. And Nick, terrific to talk to you. Congratulations.
Thanks for sharing, mate.
Well, thank you so much. Great to be here.
Was the business a success?
Thankfully, the business has gone well.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
And there it is there, 500 lunches effect. It's out now.